What's going on, everybody? It's AG here. I just realized I never put out a review for Thunderbolts, so that's what we're going to be reviewing today. Just a quick and easy review. I I saw it in theaters, the weekend it came out, and put out an out of theater reaction. Just completely blanked on putting out a review. But first off, let's talk about the positives of this movie. Number one, it kind of is somewhat of a return to form. Not saying it is Avengers Endgame level or Iron Man 1 level, anything near that, but out of all the recent movies, minus probably Guardians 3, it's definitely better than those. It's a pretty simple and effective movie, pretty grounded. None of these guys are just jumping and flying off the walls, really, or anything like that. Uh, Pretty grounded in what it's going for, pretty straightforward as far as it's only like a two hour runtime, so pretty short and sweet. And before you know it, you're at the end of the movie. But number one, the casting here, I really enjoyed this cast. Yelena Florence Pugh does a good job, and they do a good job making you feel for a lot of these characters with how they kind of it's not quite depressing mental states, but something with this villain, the Void, is when he touches you, basically you kind of flash back to like some depressing moments in your life. And they do a good job kind of making you feel for the characters. But Yelena is a standout here, Florence Pugh. John Walker, really good job by him. I thought that you kind of learn to like that character. I know he was been portrayed before as very unlikable, but they do a good job here. And then Red Guardian, David Harbour does a good job really making him comedic. Those three were definitely the standouts for me. And it feels like a team. These guys and girls have not teamed up before, but they do a quick job of making them work together. They realize that we're all working against the same enemy here. But at the beginning, they're all kind of trying to attack each other. This isn't really a spoiler, but it's kind of how the movie starts. They're all trying to attack each other, basically. They all work for kind of this special task force, and they're basically all sent to assassinate each other. And that's kind of how they realize what's might be going on here. Um, but overall, pretty solid movie. Negative wise is the villain for me. I thought they could have done a little more. In the trailers, they do a good job building it up for me. And the real negative about the villain is you just don't get enough time with them. Like I said, the movie's pretty short, and then before you realize it, they're facing off against the villain, but they really don't face off against him. It's just kind of a quick, they get into his mind type of thing. They're not really straight up fighting the villain in this movie, which is the Void. Uh, and that was a negative for me, because for the rest of the movie, it's kind of jam packed as far as going from this location to this location, and then before you know it, the villain is here, and we're not going to fight him. We're just going to go inside of his head. And that was kind of a letdown for me. Going into the third act, it was kind of sitting at like a 8, 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me. But the ending really brought it down for me as far as it felt way too rushed to me. And the rest of the movie really didn't. It gave you time to kind of get to know the characters, but the end, it just blink and you miss it. It's gone. It's done. And the movie's over. And that was kind of a letdown for me. Dropped it down pretty significantly for me. So overall, Thunderbolts, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Worth the watch. Definitely better than the most recent Marvel movies, but it's not better than a lot of them. Like in comparison, I would say Doctor Strange is better. I'm trying to think of a movie on this level. Maybe like, I don't know, Guardians 2-ish. I enjoyed it, but not a great movie, not a bad movie. But Thunderbolts, I think definitely step in the right direction. I kind of like this from Marvel as far as going for a more grounded approach. And hopefully this gets things trending in the right direction. We can start getting some more good Marvel movies again, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. But those are my thoughts on Thunderbolts. What are yours? Comment your thoughts down in the comment section. Let me know your mini review in like a paragraph or so. Let me know that. Comment that down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.